So, ladies and gentlemen, when we walked up this place, we walked up those beautiful stairway that leads to the Monte Chapel over here. This chapel was not here till 1549, and there was a reason why they constructed this particular church the way it has been done up, constructed. Now, if you look behind me, you can see the churches of the World Heritage Site Old Goa. You can see St. Cajetan's Church, you can see Sir Cathedral, you can see the Tower of St. Augustine, you can see the Santa Monica Nunnery, the long roof, you can see the Rosary Church over there, and many others. Now, I need to bore you with a little bit of a history. Afonso de Albuquerque came down sailing from the Mandovi River through Ribandar up to over here. Old Goa's earlier name was Yellapuri, and it was the capital of the Adil Shahi rulers who had taken it from the Kadams. Now, there were quite a lot of masjid, mosques inside. And he had a big wall surrounding it. And as per historians who traveled over here during that era, they say that it was about a mile long along the riverfront and about 3/4 of a mile. And the population was inside around 35 to 40,000 people. When the ships of Afonso de Albuquerque came here for the first time, the Adil Shahi forces saw the cannons, big cannons and the guns firing, and they ran away from here. So it was an easy walk through to Afonso de Albuquerque's forces to take over this land. This happened in March 1510. Adil Shah was very furious. So he sent his forces back, and 2-3 months had elapsed. May end. Monsoons were about to be set, and he chased the Portuguese out. They didn't have much ammunition, they didn't have food grain, so they went back to their ship and they tried to go out. But unfortunately, they got stuck in the Mandovi because the Aguada sandbar stopped their ships from going out. You'll be able to see this in my episode of Taligaon's Konkani Fest. It all started there. And on 25th of November, they came back again with more ships, more troops, more guns. And they came in and there was bloodshed over here. This whole place was burned down. All the other religious structures were burned down, broken. People were killed. This is recorded. Let's not go into those gory details over there. And they realized that he is going to come back. Adil Shah is going to send his forces back. And he put his cannons on top of the wall. Part of that wall, I think, is still there. And possibly it is this wall that you are seeing right now. And it did happen that after about 4 or 5 months, Adil Shah sent his troops back to retake Goa. But by that time, the Portuguese had already put cannons on the wall and they were prepared for this attack. The first attack, they were not prepared. Realizing that they cannot enter the Yellapuri, their old capital, the Adil Shahi forces came here on this mount. That time there was nothing here. We are talking about 1511. They kept their cannons here. And for 4 or 5 months, they kept on shooting cannons inside their old city, which was taken over by the Portuguese. But to their bad luck, again the monsoon set in. The ammunition got spoiled. Their food grains became less. People started succumbing to a lot of diseases. And at that time, they decided to leave from here and go back across the river, because we are on an island right now, across the river to Banastari, where they have a fort. That fort was taken by Afonso de Albuquerque again in 1512. Now, when the Portuguese realized that the enemy can take advantage of this hillock, they decided to construct a huge church over here, dedicated to Our Lady of the Mount. And they built these walls about 2.7 meters thick, that is almost about 10 feet thick. So even if the ships that came in there or anybody came in and tried to take over, this would act like a castle. Even if they had to hit the cannonballs, the walls would take that particular thing. So this is the story of how this church came to be put up over here. Now what we will do is we'll just walk in and see the altar and everything.